Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of our Unknown to Greatest. And today we have both legs of the Champions League round of 16 tie against Atletico Madrid. In between that, I will just show you the result of what happens against Preston in the FA Cup. We've played 2 games since you were last with us. I'm going to recap how they've got on. Also, there has been a sale that we'll be going through in June. Of Alexis McAllister. He's off to Saudi Arabia for £60 million. So I couldn't believe that. That's a great sale. To get him is 300k off the wage as well at the age of 33. And we've also approached a couple of players. So they'll be probably happening in this little period too. So let's get into this. Let's show you what happened since you were last here. And fingers crossed, we can keep it going. So, like I said, there's only been 2 games since the Bournemouth fixture. We beat Fulham 3-0 and Newcastle 2-1. So in the Fulham game, we were rather good. Luca Williams-Barnett getting himself a hat-trick from the cam role here. He has been unbelievable since we signed him. Really, really paying us back every penny we spent for him. And you can see his valuation is huge. And then following the 3-0 win against Fulham, the 2-1 win at St James's Park against Newcastle, we went 1-0 up. Emery getting the assist for Rio Ngamoa. Then Karim Adeyemi, a 2-footed lunge, got him a straight red card. 4 minutes later, however, we did not take advantage of that. They did manage to score and equalise through Antoine Semenyo. But going into the last few minutes of the game, I was starting to panic last 10 minutes. But Christoph Torok knocked the ball down for Jadon Dans to put it in on the volley expertly, and we ended up getting the 3 points. And all of those results do mean in the Premier League, we are currently sat top. Man United, obviously after their points deduction of the last episode, have not really recovered on the pitch. They have a game in hand, but they can only go 3 points behind us because they did, however, lose one of their most recent games here to Brighton. So we are looking good. But let's go and set up the squad for this game here against Atletico Madrid in the first leg, which I believe we're at home. So yeah, guys, as I mentioned, Al Hilal, should I say, have made the bid here for Alexis McAllister, and it has gone through £60 million. He's joining them on the 1st of June. And to be honest, he has been a great servant, but it's finally time to let him go. Ekitike is not very happy with us because he feels he's unwanted by the club. But to be honest with you, he's like our 3rd choice winger now. He's not really our backup striker. That's Christoph Torok. And then behind Torok, we've got Shaquille Van Persie when he's fit. So yeah, I'm not overly sure he's going to get any minutes. But you can see we are missing Alexis Cabrera today because he has picked up a injury and is out for the next 2 months with a dislocated shoulder, unfortunately. So it's time for Mamardashvili to step up and fill his position. Obviously, as well, Modeste is unregistered. Curtis Jones is unregistered. And so is Jari. We could only change 3 registration limits in the next one for the Champions League. So we're going with this team today. We're going to go with Mamardashvili in goal, Frimpong and Kirkes as the fullbacks, Gadoué and Mwamba at centre-back, Glavenberg, Wirtz as the holding midfielders with Ngamoa on one side, Kvaratskhelia on the other, Williams-Barnett, the informed man, in behind Cardozo. I am very confident with this squad. Ruben Dias is on the bench because we're starting to wean him out slowly. He's still really good, don't get me wrong. He is 34. So he's more here for the mentoring of Mwamba at this point. And slowly he's going to wean down to a squad player for us so we can give more minutes to our young lad Mwamba, who has been fantastic this season for us. And one thing I didn't realise the game was going to do is it's got me negotiating these contracts first. So we're going to negotiate these before we go into the game. Contracts start next window. He wants to learn English. That's fine. So we're going to go finalise, negotiate. He's coming from Saudi Arabia, this guy. I will show him once I have made this bid. We're not going to do any of that. In fact, instead of that, we'll just give him a higher wage of like 60k. That should sway him. It didn't. Well, we're going to remove the yearly wage increase. We're going to remove that and that because I don't like them. We'll go up to 65. He still wants them. I feel that a player should not be asking for that kind of increase. How about 10k if you play 30 games? There we go. Right, deal agreed for Ahmed El Mutari. Now, I think he looks a really good player. He's only 19 years of age, 6 foot tall. You can see he has the technical abilities, 17 heading, 15 marking, 17 tackling. He isn't the slowest either, so he's got a good bit of pace. Strength of 16, natural fitness of 16, jumping reach of 13, that can be worked on. 16 aggression, 17 positioning. He looks phenomenal for the age of 19. So we have made an approach before the likes of Leipzig and Anderlecht get in there. But I think he could be the next star here at centre-back for us. And another bid we have made an approach for is Loran, the young lad that starts young on this game, the wonder kid. He has not left Flamengo yet. He is still over here. And I thought maybe it's a good idea. You can see we don't fully know everything about him. But from what we do know, he does look a very good player. Wages, I don't really want to go over 150 for him, but we will negotiate. And if we do bring him in, it will mean potentially we'll be moving on somebody. We're not going to say we'll play him in his preferred role because I'd like him to be versatile. If we can get him down to 150 without this wage increase, preferably, I don't mind this. Instead of a sell-on thing, let's give him a minimum fee release clause. And let's set it at like, what should we say? Maybe 85 mil. Try that. Give him a bit more loyalty bonus. Appearance fee and everything is fine. How about that? He wants 190 alongside of all that. Maybe we go to 160. And I'll give him a 5% sell-on creep. Do we gamble and negotiate this? I will negotiate to 180. Right, thank God for that. We've managed to strike the deal in the end. I was a bit worried about that negotiation, but we have got there. Let's go into the game now. That stress is over, and hopefully we do well. Right, they're going with Mike Penders in goal. We recognise him. Nathan Collins, Christian Romero, Pierre Hincapié, Giuliano Simeone, Conor Gallagher, Pablo Barrios, who's in my Spanish side, Victor Christensen, Thiago Almada, Julian Alvarez, and Victor Osimhen. It's a very, very strong side, but I have faith in mine. Let's go with, I believe you can show that the praise is justified. We don't have any concerns. There's motivation. No surprise, are you feeling confident? Yes, we are. And we're at their stadium. They're going with a 5-2-1-2, it looks like. So it's going to be hard to break them down. But this is the away tie. I thought it was the home tie first, but it's the away. Right, atmosphere building. We're in our black and silver away strip today. I think we can do well enough today to walk away a draw minimum, but I think we can win this. Right, we've changed it, so we're going a little bit more direct now, because it looks like Atletico Madrid are very defensive setup. So if we can go a bit more direct to try and bypass the press and try and create something a bit faster. But you can see, since we've changed that, they are in behind. Simeone goes past Kirkes. Simeone, it's gone down and it's going to be a penalty, isn't it? That is a very silly challenge put in there by Kirkes. Simeone's gone down. Referee is checking it. It's going to be a penalty. And Atletico Madrid have a chance to go 1-0 up here at home in the Champions League round of 16 tie. Thiago Almada steps up. Hits it. Mamardashvili, the penalty specialist, makes the save. That's what he's good at. And that's why he is a very handy backup to have around the place. Very, very good. He has agreed to be a backup now as well. So for this season, he will remain the backup. And maybe, hopefully next season, I can keep him around as a backup. So I can loan out our new goalkeeper that we've signed, I believe. I believe we made that official. I'm going to say I don't like what I've seen from this team. Let's go with that option. But I also believe this is probably not a game for Cardozo. This is probably more of a game for Torok. Big aerial threat. Hopefully he can get on the end of a cross. And also we are going to probably get Kerkez off after that very silly foul. Matson can come on. Just to not risk a red card. Second half underway. I'm hoping for a quick start. We've got a bit of aerial threat now on in Torok. So fingers crossed we can create something to get the ball to him. But there's no guarantees because we have to get through this very stubborn defence first. Hincapié to Nathan Collins. Out to Simeone, who's normally a winger but looks like he's playing at wing back today. Almada over the top to Christensen. Frimpong is miles out of position. Can he get back? Doesn't get there. Barrios. Oh my word, over the bar. Atletico look the more likely to score today. They have been way more dominant than us. They have controlled this game and we have struggled, to be honest, to get into it. So what I might do now is something a bit more tactical. So we're going to drop Williams-Barnett into here. Something we've tried before. Play as an attacking midfielder. He can do it as well if we need him to stay on to do that role. We're going to get Kvaratskhelia off for Jadon Dans. Engamoa is going to come off for Russell. Make those changes there. And then we look at this out of possession and we want Williams-Barnett to drop a little bit deeper. And Torok to just play as a centre forward just so he hovers around here somewhere. Doesn't matter about the out of possession player familiarity. That makes absolutely no difference. I was going to do that, but I think I'll go central midfield instead. And maybe actually we'll get him off for Bennett because I think Bennett is a little bit better at doing that. No, scrap that. Scrap that idea. It will be Warren Zaire-Emery that will come on and do this. So that should give us a little bit more shape going back and maybe help us push forward a bit easier as well. I think I'm going to go positive because we don't look like we're pushing far enough forward to create anything. And here you go. Florian Wirtz with the free kick near the corner flag. Can he find one of our big units in there? Torok's in there. Mwamba's in there. He gets it in. Mwamba's far post. Heads it across. Down to Torok! Come on! That was expertly planned. As I said, aim for the big men. He did aim for the big man. Mwamba far post. Knocks it down across the box. And Christoph Torok, the substitute, gives us the lead here at the Estadio de Municipalo or something. I don't officially know the name of the stadium. But that was brilliant. That's exactly what we were looking for. We're playing for set pieces. We're doing everything that benefits our big men. And that has worked amazingly. Away by Gadoué. Jadon Dans gets it under control. Christoph Torok. Zaire-Emery. Out wide now to Jadon Dans. Still going with the ball. Jadon Dans runs into some space here. On the edge of the box he's got Emery. Back to Wirtz. Matson. Wirtz. So we can afford to play Matson in the Champions League games as Jadon Dans makes it 2. Come on! As I was saying, we can afford to play Matson in the European fixtures because if he makes one more league appearance for us, it will cost us another £13 million. So I'm avoiding keeping him in the league team And then in the summer, we will be selling him. But for now, he can play the European fixtures. Hopefully, that'll keep his value high. But we've done very, very well here to capitalise on the chances we've had. And it is going to be a victory. And I believe it's going to end 2-0 here to us away from home. Referee played an extra 2 minutes that we didn't need. And it's the Estadio Metropolitano. That one. Right. Well done, boys. Good result. I'm pleased with the performance. We need to move on and not allow us to become too comfortable. That's fine. I don't mind that. It's the right thing to say. I am going to say you did well. Congratulations. Just to try and cheer them up. I don't know what person 3 has anything to do with. Okay. You did really well tonight. And then defenders. You were excellent. There you go. That's fine. That's fine. We kept most of them happy. So, right, guys. The next time you'll see us is the result full time of the game against Preston in the FA Cup. But we'll be returning for the next full game here against Atletico Madrid in the second leg. Right, guys. Job done here. 2-0 win over Preston. Very dominant. Never in doubt. We're into the next round of the FA Cup. And hopefully we get a nice tie. Right, this is our squad for the second leg of the Champions League round of 16 tie. The only changes we're making, we're bringing in Ruben Dias for the centre-back. That is, I've lost him. Where is he? Where is he? He's here somewhere. Mwamba, wherever he is. There he is, found him. Just for the experience, and hopefully that'll help us. Right, we're underway here at Anfield on a European night, normally a special occasion, and hopefully today will be nothing different from that. All we got to do is avoid defeat, and we're in the quarterfinals. 25 minutes in here, and both teams are cancelling each other out. There has been absolutely no highlights, and so far, it's been very boring. As I've said that, we have a highlight. Atletico Madrid trying to work the ball forward here with the very excited and loud Anfield crowd getting on their case with a few boos and jeers here and there. Get the pressure on. Christensen heads it across the box. Osherman in behind. Osherman scores, but I think he might be offside. One thing we do need to change, because we're at home, we want to be a little bit more in control. I'm going to do that, and instead of regroup, we're going to counter press, and we're going to step up more. We're better when we attack rather than try and defend. And luckily for us, that is offside. So we live to fight another day. We're still 2-0 up on aggregate, and that's fine. Let's see how far off he was. Oh yeah, you can see he's a step or two ahead of Christensen. Always going to get given. Corner kick to us now. Our first highlight of the game. Kirkes. Can he get it in deep enough? Gadoué. Good save from Penders, I thought. But no, it's hit the post. I thought Penders saved that. But no, it's struck the post and gone behind. Game has livened up a little bit now. Barrios. Christian Romero, the former Tottenham Hotspur man, to the former Brentford man in Nathan Collins. Simeone, who's playing for his dad still. I notice he's still the manager. Almada in, Osherman, goal. Okay, they're coming back into this. They have been the better team by a margin. And you can see, shots-wise, that is only their first on target and that's only their second of the game. But, problem being, they have taken it and we haven't even created anything yet. Ngamoa, Williams-Barnett, Frimpong. Gravenberch hits it from range. Good save, Penders. All we've created is that long-range shot there and the header that hit the post. Yes, we are going to play for set pieces, and I do believe we're going to bring on Krzysztof Torok here at half-time, just for his aerial threat. You can see we've had the most of the ball, well, we haven't had most of the ball anymore. But we've had most of the chances. We just need to take one. I brought Ruben Diaz in for his experience and it hasn't worked. So let's get him out. Cardozo off for Christoph Torok because he gives us something different. And then Furtz hasn't been happy from the first kick of the game till now. So let's get him off and bring on Trainioni. We've got a chance though. If we can take one chance, I will relax. Kirkez goes past the fullback. Still going. Milos Kirkez finds Trainioni. A bit of space. He might unleash one. And that was not very good. Wide of the target. And it remains 1-0 on the night to Atletico Madrid. And 2-1 on aggregate to us. Right, Kvaratskhelia is out of the game today. He is not performing well at all. So we're going to get him off for Jayden Dans. And Williams Barnett is not having a good game either. So Steve Bennett can come on for him. Gadoué to Kirkez. Bennett in that pocket of space. Gives it to Jayden Dans, who then gives it away to Armada, but Trainioni's there to sweep up. Kirkez drives at the defence. Still going. Milos Kirkez. Can he get the ball into the box? He does have men in there. Good delivery. Christoph Torok's going to rise high, and he's missed the target. A player of his talent, you'd expect him to hit the target there and the net to bulge, but he has just spooned it slightly wide of his head. Now Atletico Madrid trying to get it out from the back. Wesley. Bit of time there. Does a Ronaldo chop for some reason. Barrios. Cardozo. Ford. Osherman. Alamada. Simeone in acres of space on his own there. Kirkez closes him down. Stay on him. Stay on him, Milos. It's a good ball in. Cleared away by Jeremy Frimpong. We are all over the place right now. We need to wake up. Kirkez with the throw-in. Deep inside of Atletico's half. Into Jayden Dans. Back to Kirkez. If he can deliver that ball. He does have men in there. Kirkez. Dans hits the post. And it's cleared away by, I believe, Romero in the end. And it still remains very close here at Anfield. Frimpong. Finds Engamoa. Goes inside, goes down, but nothing given. Got to win that, Moamba. Does not. Osherman wins it, but Gadoué is the furthest man at the back. Now Frimpong goes forward. Bennett. Into Dans. Finds Christoph Torok. Hits it. It's in. Come on. Level on the night. Christoph Torok with his 6th goal in 7 matches in the Champions League. He is on fire in this competition. And that gives us our 2-goal buffer back. And I'm very, very pleased with that one. And it looks like it's going to be enough. And we've got an injury. Who is it to? Jayden Dans. And it's a potential foot injury. There's no sub we can make, so we're down to 10 men for the moment. But it shouldn't matter. As the referee blows his whistle. And we are through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We got through Atletico Madrid. And 3-1 on aggregate was the scoreline. Right. So, the next round of the Champions League has been drawn. Barcelona have knocked out Manchester United. Newcastle have eliminated PSG. And Arsenal have gone through Villarreal. So, 3 of the 4 English sides here have gone through. And you can see that Spurs and Chelsea are through as well. So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 5 Champions League teams of England have gone through to the quarterfinals. Unluckily for us, we've been drawn against Newcastle and Chelsea have been drawn against Spurs. Arsenal got Barcelona and Atalanta have Real Madrid. So the next episode most likely will be, that's a 2-week injury for Jayden Dans, most likely will be the Champions League. So let's just have a check when that might be. Let's have a look. Yes, so the next episode, and funny enough, will be the FA Cup quarter-final away to Manchester United, followed by the first leg of the Newcastle tie. So it's going to be a back-to-back episode as well, because we're going to then play Newcastle and then Spurs in the next Everton, and then Newcastle in the episode after. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed today's episode. If you are new around here, please subscribe for more. If you enjoyed this, leave a like. I am K-PlaysFM, and I shall see you later.